Hello, here we go. We are back down in the depths of the Nine Hells in the first level, so it could be worse, but still pretty bad, in Avernus. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. And before I get back into our recap and tell you what's been going on with this epic background music, I should say where that's coming from. First things first, a big thanks to the VOD squad. Thanks for catching up with what's going on after we've been online. It's always a pleasure. And all of this music, dramatic music and sound effects and the like are coming to you via Syrinscape. Try them out. They've got lots of free stuff to try. And then when you decide that it is just what you need for your tabletop, be it virtual or otherwise, you can sign up to be a super siren and get access to all of their stuff to keep. Even if you stop being a member, you get to keep what you got when you joined and what was released thereafter. Also, there is other elements of music coming to you from Dark Fantasy Studio. And on YouTube, RPG music maker Travis Savoy, and also some YouTube from songs from Epic Journey. All royalty-free and free to use in your virtual streaming services. So, that is that stuff said and done. Let us get back into our game and make sure that it's not too extra. Chill, Syrinscape, chill.
No such thing as too extra.
Okay, not in Avernus, definitely not. No. So, let us catch up with our intrepid heroes. Last time, up in the floating city of Elturel, precariously balanced up there above the river Styx, inexorably being drawn down into the waters to claim the souls of the survivors who are cowering there and trying to survive this ordeal that they are going through. Our adventurers were going through their own personal ordeal on the streets of Elturel, and having realized that Tarina the Hedge and her sister Lithia were in the grasp of an aboleth, seeking refuge in their mines, all were made welcome, with fresh water to breathe and a good solid punch from our blacksmith girlfriend. Returning to their war machines, the Torbus and the Black Parade, you saw Zariel's flying fortress, List dangerously to the side, careening into the blood war, crushing fiend and foe alike. It must have been an inside job. Bob Britzel, Bob Britzel, Bob Britzel. After a night's rest, you investigated a pile of bones that had caught your attention and found a warhammer with the mark of your Jarmic friends, the pilgrims, not cultists, up in Elturel. Then it was up into the war machines, gunned the engines, and headed off across the plains of Avernus to the Tower of where you were fast-tracked past the various Yugoloths gathered outside, hoping for employ, and into the study of the great Mordenkainen himself. We find ourselves seated, as I bring things down a little bit, seated in large armchairs, eagerly eyeing the refreshments on the table, as your host talks to someone in the next room. I'm sorry, Igwilf. We'll have to finish our game some other time. The balance is in question. And as he turns through the open door, you glimpse a disgruntled-looking woman in a tall witch's hat. And as he closes the door, there's a faint whoosh as a portal opens, and his previous guest makes tracks for wherever they're headed. Probably somewhere with a cauldron. Now, Probably. Of everything, no doubt. Now.
And she was never seen again. And
The
definitely
heaviest
didn't
of
happen in
handed
any other of John's campaigns.
Now, Mordenkainen comes back over to you all, and he's like, my contingency plan. And thank goodness you're all here and making such great strides in your campaign against our oppressive leader here. Your brother, he says, looking at Lincoln,
Lincoln starts just like up twitching.
hightailed it out of here almost as soon as I sent him down here. Hopefully, you, with a bit more of the angelic running through your blood, will be able to find some common ground with Zariel or something. You'll work it out. I have full confidence. Oh, gods. And he looks over, and over the back of the study here, there is a large set of kind of patio doors. And out through those doors, you can see that balcony that you saw him communicating with the Yugoloths on. And you can still see him communicating with the Yugoloths. There is Mordenkainen out there still shouting down to the various petitioners, saying, "No, look, I'm sorry, there's nothing to be done today. There's no missions I would have of you." And your Mordenkainen inside reacted as two Yugoloths with wings spread sped up to the balcony and attacked the Mordenkainen outside.
Oh.
And Mordenkainen inside just kind of folds his arms and like shakes his head, waiting patiently for something. And as these two Yugoloths are just laying into the exterior Mordenkainen, they are shouting, even audibly through the patio doors, "Zariel sends her regards!" And they're just like laying into it. And the exterior Mordenkainen isn't even really putting up any defense. And after a short, very short time, collapses into a pile of snow, which then rapidly melts. Interior Mordenkainen sighs. "Ugh, I'll have to make another of those now." And the Yugoloths round on the patio doors and start stalking towards the group of you. They smash into the glass and are thrown back against the balustrade, as these are no ordinary patio doors. Mordenkainen, interior, although I suppose he's the only one left, so I can just go with Mordenkainen, raises a wand to his throat.
Sonorous.
And you hear... you hear his voice booming outside once more as he speaks within. Slight change. It appears there is a contract up for grabs. A fine reward for whoever deals with these two. And you just see a whoosh as a swarm of Yugoloths comes up over the balcony and just swamps those two. And he turns around and he's like, "Now." And you're all like just like looking at him as this pitched battle is going on, and all these Yugoloths just tearing into each other right outside on the balcony. But he turns around to you and he kind of gestures in the direction of the patio doors with his wand, and the sound goes and disappears, and the glass goes black, blocking off the view of the terrible unpleasantness outside. Now, where are we? Ah, yes. He plops down in the remaining heavily padded armchair. So, how's it all going?
I motion to Lincoln's foot, and then I like look at Firema, who's no longer breathing water. I kind of go like this. Oh, here.
Corbin is positively like prickling at all of the like insane magics going on. Just like watching, like constantly gazing around, and without looking is furiously writing in a notebook.
The firelight is reflecting off his perfectly bald head as he strokes his finely groomed goatee. Slightly triggering for you, I think, Tarina. It's does fairly reminiscent of Asmodeus's.
Yada.
Yada. Anywho.
I mean, Lincoln looks quite distressed.
That too.
But that's nothing new.
That's the default. Lincoln's face is just now forever a pucker of. Yeah, grimace.
That's about
Not the McDonald's one, I assume. Now.
Never that
No,
one.
never that grimace.
Let me show you what we're looking at.
It's gonna be my
here.
next character.
Thanks. Thanks once more to James's RPG art over on Patreon. Follow him for all the incredible animated scenes, like this one. Boom. Da-da-da. Boom. Let us away to one kindness study.
Ooh, that campfire would be so nice right now.
Oh, I did it again. No. Why do I keep doing that?
You done?
I've minimized Discord and froze us all except for Stephanie. Stephanie, entertain. Okay, sorry everyone. I'm going to pop out very, very briefly and jump back in so that we can all move and Josh can stop mopping his brow in consternation. So 2 seconds, everyone. Enjoy the stream starting screen. Also music. Hi. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So yes, please welcome back to Modern Kindness Study. As you can see, that firelight, as I mentioned last time, purely decorative. There's no heat coming off it down here in Avernus. Although you think that if the tower was in one of its other locations, such as Waterdeep in the winter, it could produce a lovely warmth. But you're all gathered around this table, and Modern Kindness says, "Oh, where are my manners? Please, help yourself to drinks." And there are a few different containers. There's a chipped teacup, a big, fast food, souvenir, keep and take home, super slurper mug, and a fluted wine glass, a big German-style Stein with a lid on top, and one more, an Amperman beaker.
What?
It's a kids anime over here.
Firema takes the
Lincoln looks at
Amperman.
Mordenkainen and he says, "One of those is poisoned. This is a magic test. I'm gonna drink."
No. What kind of host would I be? Not at all. No.
Horrible one.
These are
Something.
Amperman to hold. Ugh.
these are wondrous. Whatever you would fancy to drink will be available. So,
Uh,
what do you
and
all
that-
wish into your cups?
up the-
Orvin is going to like whip out his like non-writing hand and grab the plastic like take home
Souvenir one. Yep, yep.
and
You'll be happy to know I still have mine from that big dinosaur restaurant at the Florida Disney place.
oh my lord.
Oh my god.
I know the place.
You do? Really? So cool. All the
Um,
animatronic dinosaurs.
Yes, it's
The-
I forget what it's called, but it's not.
Me too.
There's another one called the Rainforest Cafe.
Right.
Oh,
With
yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of like animals.
Yeah.
It's that same chain, but that
Same
one,
people,
the
okay.
dinosaur one, there's only like one or two. Rainforest cafes everywhere.
Come on, we're not in Chult. We're in Avernus.
I've done Schultz.
Fruit punch
I did
Slurpee.
Oh boy.
A fruit punch Slurpee for Horvin.
Yes.
Okay.
course.
Theo.
I guess he'll reach for the tankard with the lid on top, like, or. What
But the big question, if we're going to carry on the meme from last week, is it sugar or tea or rum? That guy-
2021 is the year of the sea shanty.
That guy from Shanty Talk was on like national TV in Britain. My mum was saying,
Really?
like, Emma, Lorraine, is it Lorraine Kelly? The Scottish lass.
Yeah,
She was interviewing him.
Oh wow,
He's a Scottish postman.
that's great.
So
I
good.
love that.
Yeah, so good. Sorry, Theo. What are you drinking?
Perfect. Yeah, he's reaching for the tankard with the lid on top, and it better be filled with rum, you know.
Better be rum.
I'm gonna have to see some ID. Sorry.
Of course. Listen, we're going with character age, right? Not my real
Oh, okay,
age.
okay. Hey, I got carded in New Orleans.
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
both confusing and I think just card everyone I know. But
Baby.
me,
Wait, how old are you,
me now, or
No.
Mason.
Mason?
I'm 19.
Yes, we forget. We forget.
When you saw us in the convenience store and you were like, we should get a drink sometime. My parents were like, does she know how old you are? They got like so mad about it. When we
They
left.
looked like
It
a
was
real piss.
hilarious. We were like, we're like, no. It was really
No,
funny.
not at all.
No, Emma, stop with your sad face. It's a fun
It was funny.
anecdote now.
Also,
It was-
British, so.
Right? Yeah, he was fine in England.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, my students too. When my students went over to England, they were down in Bristol and Brighton doing study trips, and they just sent me a message like as soon as they arrived, they're like, you can drink from 18 over here, and I was like, yeah.
Oh no!
We're never coming back. I was like, oh. Tarina, if I may bring us back to this firelit interior.
I don't remember what the other cups were. I have this Kappa mug.
That's cute.
That'll do.
that it's canon.
Firemo grabbed the Ampan Man. Theo, which one did you grab?
I grabbed the tankard with the lid. You said.
Okay, the Stein. Yeah, you got the Stein. Okay.
Yeah, the
good.
Stein.
And Colby got the souvenir mug. There is the fluted
Cool.
wine glass and the chipped teacup.
I think Lincoln was reaching for the floated wine glass, but he would stop and be like, "Ladies first."
I'd take the chips teacup for sure.
Okay.
Stunning.
It's calling
And
me.
on the inside,
Turmeric tea.
turmeric tea.
Oh,
And Emma, Lincoln.
absinthe.
Okay. Excellent.
Absinthe. It was lighter fluid for a moment, and then Lincoln.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Okay, so you all do that, and Morton kind of reaches over down to there's a little chest fridge next to his chair, and he opens it up, and there's like a of cool air, and he pulls out this strange metallic-looking cup, like just like a normal kind of mug size, like coffee mug size, but it's got metal over the top as well. And it's got like a little tab or something on the top, and he kind of pulls on it, and it goes, psh, and as it opens, and it's green, but you can see it's metal, but it's green. It's got some kind of garish writing on the side, and as he kind of brings it round, and you see it says emblazoned across the side, and this is 100% canonical. It says Mountain Dew.
Where Kimmy at?
It's a unique beverage.
Mm-hmm. The reason Ed Greenwood, the creator of the Forgotten Realms, was able to create this world is because Mordenkainen and Elminster, the other prestigious wizard, visited Canada and talked about the Forgotten Realms to Ed Greenwood in his kitchen. During which time they ate a lot of ice cream, so much ice cream, and pizza, and they both fell in love with Mountain Dew. And Mordenkainen has...
You do. The Mountain Dew. I thought they both fell in love, and I was like, what a lovely gay story.
Look, you have Soldar and Yevgeny. We'll always have Soldar and Yevgeny. And Mordenkainen has a fresh supply, as he recently visited Canada. And it was very interesting because just at the moment he visited, thanks to your brother, actually, Lincoln, your brother up in Sigil helped him get the portal key he needed to visit Canada. And as he was visiting Canada, Merrin, who plays Shivakri in your brother's group, was back home in Canada. And I messaged her, and she was in the airport. And as she was walking through the airport, she passed Mordenkainen. Their eyes met. Mordenkainen realized she was Shivakri's player, having been brought back from a coma by Shivakri, and fled down a boarding tunnel, halfway down which he portaled back to the Forgotten Realms. So, a little aside for you there.
Oh my god. You are I promise I'm not an idiot. I thought you were talking about the genesis of the actual, like, players' handbooks, and I was like, oh wow, they're all in Canada? And there was actually, like, oh, you're talking about the players who played Mordenkainen and Erminster and, like, the OG back in the day? No. And then I was like, it was getting weird, and I wasn't sure what was going on, and now I understand I'm just a bit out of mind.
No. The reason I did that whole thing with Merrin is because that whole thing about Canada and Ed Greenwood's kitchen is canon. Please feel free to look it up.
There's too many layers.
It got me too. Yeah, this is like 4D chess.
You gotta upgrade.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not playing chess right if you're not playing at least 5 dimensions.
Yeah, some galaxy brain shit.
Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. I'm done. I'm done.
No,
So-
it's neat.
He sips his ice-cold Mountain Dew, and Elminster tried to make some for him while he couldn't get back to Canada without the portal key. He made some under Mountain Dew, but it was not the same. It was not the same. Okay, now you sip your various beverages, which are at the perfect temperature for whatever they are supposed to be. And he's like, oh, and please, you must be starving. And there is a buffet table. You know, nothing too crazy, but it's kind of shrouded in like mist and difficult to focus on. And he's like, oh, you have to make up your mind first, but whatever you fancy, please. And for the first time in a long time, you have access to whatever material plane food, or otherwise, you fancy. So let's go the other way. Lincoln, what would you like to eat?
Oh my god, that's really difficult. It's Lincoln sees in front of him a plate of like, I think it's like baked goods. It's like fresh baked like bread and stuff, but like with a twist. So like there's like dried flowers on the top, or it's a bit bougie, like it's a little bit too fancy, you know. Like it's like, you know, Whole Foods rather than yeah.
Gotcha.
And he's like, don't look. My mum very
Whole
likes it.
grain.
So
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Serena.
It's like the round of a cactus chopped off. So all the cactus pulp is on the side, so that way the round of the cactus is hollowed out, and there's a bunch of honey bugs in it, like all the way to the top. And on the other side, there's like one really, really crispy tarantula. And Serena like reaches out, she grabs the cactus round, which is like a cup with all the honey bugs inside, and she like puts her little paw in and goes. And she pushes the button. Nah, 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 nah. She goes, "Oh, they're so good when they're fresh," and like drinks it.
One kind of raises his eyebrows, or just the one.
Colby is horrified, but Horvin is fascinated.
Speaking of which, I think Theo is next. Theo.
Yes. Theo sees Linda's famous garbage pot where it's just all the sorts of like there's I mean it's just like the broth mixed with, you know, there's some sausages in there. You'll find a couple oysters in there, but you'll find a random oyster that's filled with like chicken or something. I don't know, it's some crazy ass weird voodoo that she's pulling here, but he doesn't question it because he loves every bite of it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you. And Horvin.
For Horvin, it's going to be a like kind of it like he reaches in and he pulls out this like casserole dish that just has like a crust over it. It's completely unassuming and borderline ugly. And he just kind of puts it on the table in front of him, and he's just like, "No." And then it's impossible. And he cuts it open, and it is like this meat and vegetable casserole that his mother used to make. And he will kind of like, for the first time since like getting into the tower, his hand's gonna stop writing, and he'll just say,
oh.
I didn't think you could do that."
On the side of the table, a little part of it kind of like springs open, and a spring comes out, and a little puff of smoke, and he's like, "Oh, that was tough." One comes. That was a trick. That was a tricky one.
Yeah. Can I just cut in and say real quick that Lincoln's? I've changed my mind. Lincoln is ice cream. That's it. An ice cream sundae.
Nice. Mordenkainen approves. He's like, "Oh."
Can't
And Firemore.
He reaches in and he pulls out, of course, macaroni and cheese with cut up hot dogs. And he goes, "This must be some sort of mistake."
I wouldn't eat this.
And it looks over to someone that is giving him the eyeing look, and he goes, "I'm gonna fucking put it back. That'd be rude. Now I have to eat it."
It's me. I'm giving you the eye look. I'm giving you the I am so pleased. Just like shit-eating grin, just like.
It's apple juice in the ampamon. It's apple juice.
Yay.
In the ampamon. Of course.
Amazing.
Couldn't be anything.
Amazing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It stopped at the cup. Sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lincoln looks at all of your guys' weird food and is just like hulks his ice cream sundae closer and is like, "What is wrong with all of you? Who are you people?"
Mordenkainen just sips his can of drink and observes you all. You know, not indulgently particularly, but just you know, like a set jaw, just watching you all reconnecting. Kind of makes you remember what we're all fighting for, eh?
No.
No?
Do you not want ice cream?
Oh, I'm fight. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll fight to eat some ice cream, but no one's really.
There you go. There you go.
Are you trying to from me, Fireman? Because if you
No.
ask, I'll a spoonful. That's fine. Would you like some?
No. No, that means I have
Oh.
to share it. I just don't want to inconvenience
Ah,
you,
it's
know?
okay. I don't want to eat. It's fine. No, that's neat. I don't mind sharing if anybody wants a spoon of ice cream.
Honestly, I think there might already be ice cream in this. I don't know. Linda kind of goes ham sometimes.
I'm scared for your insides. But yeah, no, this is nothing to jog my memory about what we're fighting for. So, thank you for the free food, though.
Pleasure. Now, as I said, this is not our first time. Although, previously, it was more like this. And he kind of like waves a hand, and replacing Modern Kynan, you see Captain Zodge of the the Flaming Fist. Burning Fist? What? Burning Valentine. Of the Flaming Fist.
Captain Zodge. How unexpected.
You did such a good job up there in Baldur's Gates, and I'm so glad that you're alive and well. Mostly.
Did you ever get that other Van Thamper?
To be honest, I wasn't really looking.
Oh.
Check in with the Flaming Fist if you ever get back. When you get back.
Don't.
Now, and he whoosh, comes back to his serious-faced self. Now, why is it that you're paying me a visit? I'm glad I was here.
Well, given the context I've picked up from what you've said, you have an interest in seeing things happen in Avernus that we would also like to see happen, and I assume that was part of your machination anyway.
I think we've got a few reasons for being here.
I have an interest in having two eyes.
We've got a bit of an aboleth issue.
I didn't want to be the one to mention it. It's not the kind of thing one brings up.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna look down in my cactus cup with my crushed honey bugs and just be thinking like, I'm hideous.
I think you're beautiful, Serena. Actually, I was planning on saying that before you said you were hideous, so it's genuine.
Yeah. Yes, I myself went through a very long period of having a third eye. To you know.
Don't try and steal her thunder. Oh my god.
Noted, Lincoln.
Serena's gonna be like, thanks, Lincoln, even though this is something I don't want on her face. That's what she says.
I see.
Thank you.
Your
It's
trauma,
mine. This is
your trauma
mine.
is your own and your feelings are valid.
Well, I've seen those things tuck themselves away in stones and the like. Frozen pools in Undermountain. But I haven't seen one in a hedge before.
Well,
It suits you, Tarina. It suits you.
it was originally in an oasis, right, Tarina?
Yes.
In an oasis? Well, they are rather fond of water. The the one I mentioned before in the stone, the Stone of Galore. That's immediately rushed to join its brethren down in Undermountain, despite the rather chilly climes that one had been put through as it was being influenced by Levistus. A few layers down there, and he kind of points downwards. Yes. What would you like to do about that, Jarina?
What can be done about it?
Well, we can get it out of there if you like.
Yeah, that's a. I mean.
That's a very Theo response. That's an idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good way of going about this, don't you think, Tarina?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what benefits might be coming from your symbiotic relationship.
I know. I was just thinking that was really easy, and I have things. I'm gonna ask. Can it harm me?
As I said, I've never really seen this kind of possession. I don't even know what to call it. It's fascinating. Horvin, you're the scholar. Please do write a paper and just let me know how it goes.
Oh, that's well.
We could end it right now.
Well,
The waste of a chance to figure out what happens.
we don't have to make any rash decisions. Horvin says in like totally, like 70% selfishly.
And
That's like 90% selfishly.
he furrows his brow and looks around at all of you, like into your eyes, one by one. None of you are enslaved by it, so that's good news.
Oh, her sister
tried.
was.
I'm sorry.
It did try. Her sister was enslaved, but we
Punched her.
didn't punch her. Let me be clear.
Yes, it is one little back door they left in the whole system there.
If I want it out, do I just have to be punched?
Oh, I'm afraid not. No, it would take no small amount of my power, but you've done so much for me already, and I'm sure continuing to do so, as I would be happy to take care of it.
Yeah, I don't. Like, Tarina would definitely be like, get it out.
Yes?
Yep.
You think
Yep.
so?
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
It's
You have to
perfectly simple. You have the symbiotic relationship with it. All you have to do is give me its true name, and I can get it done.
Oh, it's Oobloob.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
No, that was...
Last week, everyone, there was a lot of attempts to remember this Aboleth's real name.
I didn't even look back. Like, it would have been that simple to just look back, but I didn't think about it again, and that's on me. Good friend Oobloob. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's your name?
I don't think he's gonna.
A tumbleweed passes through your mind.
We're all just hanging in silence as Tarina like
Ooga-goo.
stares over.
It's just gonna be a series of like
Just somewhere right back here, just in the back here, just above the spinal column. You just hear a.
Oobloob, Oogagoog, Oodid,
That wasn't it. Emma just completely disappeared.
Oodajij.
Nope. I don't think that's the one.
Or
Well,
that
Oh,
is-
we lost Emma.
Yeah, she dropped out.
If you need a minute to think on the name, I think we do have some other
The
things.
Discord
Quick
crashed.
crash.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the back corner. I'm gonna be like just like suru, just thinking like.
Oh, Josh, can you grab that
Oobloob.
in chat?
Yes, I was
Cheers.
looking at it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Delete.
Bye. Okay. So he's like, oobaloob. I'm sorry. I haven't heard of that one before.
Give me a minute, and I'm gonna
Must
go
be-
in the back and be like, look, you tell me your name.
Must be fresh from the Underdark. Now, while she's off arguing with herself, shall we,
Right.
Laughing at Dylan.
We do have a few other concerns. One in particular involves the balance of the Blood War.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we covered Tarina for now.
Did we?
Well,
I feel like there's two parts.
those wheels are turning.
Ujij.
Anyway, she's gonna figure out oobloob. I kind of. I want your opinion on what would happen.
Yes, Firewall.
What would happen if the Dragon Queen was let loose in Avernus?
Well, I'm not sure if Horvin has told you. My primary concern, as I was saying to my friend back there, I am involved with maintaining the balance. It's why I sent Lincoln's brother down here at first to free his mother. Thank you for helping with that, Lincoln. And Captain Theo. The siphoning of her angelic power was giving the Hells an unfortunate edge, especially after... Funny, we were talking about Galore just before. Those pesky fellas up in Waterdeep that freed Galore also freed Levistus from his icy prison down there, and he's been promoted, and whilst at first that threw things into a awful turmoil and did reduce their power somewhat, and it did manage to stop those horrible Castellantes from doing what they were doing. The balance has rather swung back in the Hell's favour and has tipped precariously down here.
I'm so sorry that freeing my mother from actual torture messed up your plans.
No.
I'm real sorry about that.
I sent
man.
Tyrannax to do that. That's what I said. I wanted her to be released.
Mm-hmm.
She is
I just don't like the
safe,
clinical
I trust.
way that you're talking about her. You don't need to know that information. Who are you to ask for that?
I was merely being polite. No.
I don't like you. Don't you get it? And I haven't really got a good reason to. I've just decided I don't. So don't try.
He doesn't like a lot of people.
It goes with the image rather well. Yes. Now, the addition of the Dragon Queen into that mix would be unfortunate at this time. Although, I suppose it's a real question, that one. I mean, last I heard, thanks to you, the abyssal forces were starting to gain the upper hand once more. Apparently, earlier today, one of their flying fortresses, Zariel's command barge itself, crashed into the Blood War, destroying countless troops on both sides, and a loss of a great tactical advantage.
It would seem that way.
It is such a tricky balancing act. I think my plan was hopefully for you to be down here and to save Elturel, and in thus doing so deprive the Hells of all those souls, and discredit Zariel enough that the lowest of the low would take notice and wants to get shot of her.
Well, congratulations.
Yes.
Fully intend to.
I have some good news for you. You being the smart man you are, have been successful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We've
congrats.
had a visit ourselves.
Sorry. Just, we got a great follow from a great username just then. Sorry. It's Christ Pratt. Thank you, Christ.
Neat.
Thank you, Christ Pratt.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Christianity and Velociraptors. It's the way to go.
Neat.
Hey, sorry. That's a great username.
Neat.
And while I've derailed briefly, Dylan, Glacier is in a whole heap of trouble. Anyway, not Daddy's favorite at the moment. So, you have caught the attention of them.
Yes?
You could say that.
Definitely say those words.
Ah, well,
That's another thing we wanted to ask about.
what's that?
Um.
I was prepared for you
not.
to be asking questions all night, Orvin.
Well. I've done a little bit of research on the legalese of the hells, in so much that I could find. But I was wondering if you knew anything about. And Orvin will kind of like peer around himself just to make sure.
Oh, don't worry, there's no prying eyes here. Or ears.
Good. What do you know about Asmodean contracts?
To stay well clear?
Well, let's say we bypass that step.
Too late.
Ooh. Well, I hope it was worth it.
He just gets really like rigid and uncomfortable just as this kind of comes up.
I would say, well, I don't have a right to say.
I'm gonna turn around, look Mordenkainen dead in the eyes, and be like, I would do it again. And then go back to be like, Ujuj. Ujidid. Udit.
Well, your resolve is quite something. I believe that certain incredibly powerful substances, I don't, just off the top of my head, the blood of a titan, is enough to break greater devil contracts, but
Tell us like
That's
You-
been checked off the list.
you are talking about a very different deal. You are talking about he who was brought before the celestial court and walked out with the angels being judged instead of him.
angels aren't that great either. Case in point, Zariel.
No disrespect for your academic background, Horvin, but it's not a different ballgame. It's a different sport, dear boy.
I've reached that conclusion.
Hey, we're just talking. Our feelings
So-
and theories.
Being that we are, as they say in Baldur's Gate, fucked.
Not the size of it, yes.
What
Yeah.
do you think the big guy wants in
Well,
hell?
what did you contract to do? And what are you getting out of it? I hope
So
it was
much
worth
as
it.
You're gonna
So much as I understand, it was not being dead and
That's always good.
service.
In what end? What has he asked you to do?
I have to assist in dethroning Zariel. To
Yeah, easy.
your
easy
delight
play.
of finding out.
I believe in you, Tarina. I think you can do it. That's why I sent you down here.
Well, yes.
Believe that my fist will contact your face if I aim
And-
hard enough.
No,
But
I really don't.
Like,
But I
maybe not my
Well,
fist.
as
appreciate
Modius
your
agrees
zeal.
with you.
Altogether, dethroning Zalriel was already on the list. However,
I see.
I died. I got my life, and I got my to assist, and I will get a niece.
Did he do that terrible jazz piano thing?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, there was stars on the floor.
oh, good lord.
It was really.
That's
I
pretty
mean,
bawdy.
after being here, well, not here. Here's nice, but after being out there, it was pretty awe-inspiring.
Try my best. Orvin, stop drooling over the books. It's not the one you came for.
Orvin would smile if he could.
I think we could have a slightly flexible beak.
Yeah. You're a bird man.
It's like a
smile.
cartoon bird. It's like completely flexible beaks.
Oh my god.
Toucan birdie.
Mm.
Yes, it was him.
Cool. I don't know why as well, but Asmodeus thought it would be nice to give me just some sweet wings. And the thing is, he didn't actually like ask for anything in return, which is terrifying. Like really scary, because he was just like, "Oh, have these for free."
You must have taken steps down a certain path, or you are lost beyond the mists of Barovia. Don't you come poking your nose around here. Sorry, there is a certain little white kobold
Yeah.
trying to nosy their way. Trust me, you don't want to leave Barovia and end up in the hells. Get out of here, Dawn.
Oh.
I meant it. You are trapped. You are trapped in Barovia now. You cannot escape.
Oh, come back next week on Thursday. That's amazing.
But it's good to see you, and thank you
I
again
love
for
it.
last night. That was hilarious. That was great.
That was really so good.
Where's home? I hope it's somewhere in Barovia, because you're screwed. Sorry, everyone who's confused. Last night in Curse of Strahd, a little white kobold with a pack of trading goods appeared in chat and traded for some goods with a couple of our players in a little mini text-based adventure that was going on the side. Yeah, and it was delightful. Good to see you again, Dawn.
Getting good with the Valaki.
Oh yeah.
Valaki's the spot to be.
Use it
Got
as
the-
like a cultural exchange, kind of moment.
Yeah, and again, Josh, not spoiler at all. Don't worry.
No. That was very clear.
Very, very
Yeah.
off the
Very,
reservation.
very off book.
Yep, in a glorious way. So anyway, excuse me.
Yeah, so free wings.
Yes,
Freaky as hell.
You must have done something to deserve them. He doesn't give things away for free. Did you make any ground-shaking decisions before that happened? Any big life choices?
Plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Well, I mean,
No
I think that's probably the key. Have a think about it.
Shoo shoo. Shoo shoo. Sip my absinthe.
Anyone else? And definitely, as soon as you decided it was going to be absinthe, one of those elaborate, like, multi-nozzled glass boiling things appeared on the table. You're
Oh,
the-
you know what I do? I pour my absinthe over my ice cream and make like an alcoholic slush and start like.
Nice.
So.
So, anything else I can do for you, fine adventurers? Before I ask for something in return.
You already know the other thing I'm here for. And...
But yes. I hope you're enjoying the other books too.
Quite. They have been quite helpful.
Excellent.
So yeah, I mean, if you'd be okay with the concept of Tiamat being the queen of Avernus again, it seems would push things back into the direction
Now,
you want them.
this whole time, it's been barely audible, but you start noticing it more and more. There's an insistent nudging from the shield on your back. It's like, hey, I thought I was gonna be the new guy. As the shield of the Hidden Lord is insistently nudging at your back. She had her go. It's my turn. Asmodeus said it himself. And Mordenkainen kind of like cottons on that something's going on. He's like, Gargoth? Good lords, it's been so long. What are you doing back there? Oh, Fimo, would you?
Oh, yeah.
So, do you think the lowest of the lows had really picked you? You don't think he was punishing you more for trying to start your own cult? Take power beyond your station for the belief of mortals? That belief will only get you so far, my dear pit fiend of a friend. It's service that pays down here. And the Queen of Dragons has served very well, guarding that passageway down to the next layer. Some people call it her prison. But do you really think she would be there by choice? And he looks back to you, Firemore. I don't pretend to know the ideas and plans rolling around in the King of Hell's mind. But one or the other. Someone has to take her place. If there's no one to take over and take control, then those foul demons will come exploding, spilling forth from the sticks in an ever-ending tide that will wash over this entire land and royally fuck everything up.
True.
And that's very unbalanced.
True.
You know what? I have placed this responsibility, this grand task at your feet, sent you on your way on that adorable little dinghy of yours down the Sword Coast. You gonna stand for that, Theo?
But it.
Okay. Captain Theo of the dinghy Burning Valentine, apparently. And
Theo, come on, fight him. Stand up for yourself. Are you a pirate or what?
Well, Mason knows what it is, but Theo's like, Theo's like, oh, dinghy, ship, correct. It's a ship.
Oh my
Theo was
word.
never originally a pirate, remember? That's funny.
Good terminology.
I was like, what? What
He
do you
turns, he's
mean?
like, some quips require a certain amount of, you know, more than on-hand knowledge, you know.
He is perfect the way he is, and you suck.
I was just pointing out that he's the stupidest of you.
I hate you
Oh wow.
with a burning, flaming rage.
It's just a fact.
And
And he,
I'm about to.
and he
This
looks.
is your warning. I'm about to engage in combat with you.
He
And I'm
focuses.
just like,
He focuses on Theo, and a small green glowing 6 appears above his head.
that's fucking rude. I wanna.
What is that?
Is that real?
You know what?
I saw
I
that
look
for the
at-
first time today.
Excuse me.
Is that
I
real,
look at
Theo?
Mordenkainen.
That was the roll. That was my last roll.
Nah.
I had
look
to
at
put it
Mordenkainen.
Incredibly
somewhere.
low.
It had to go somewhere.
I look at Mordenkainen and I say, at least he's still got a hairline to speak of. You can keep eyebrows, but they're not going to go anywhere. How many fingers is that? 6? 10? Oh, it's just all your hands. All the way back. Do you need to like? Do you need a help?
You're adorable. Now, where were we? Yes. So, as I said, I laid this grand task at your feet and sent you on your way on your magnificent ship, Captain Theo. And I think I'll leave it up to you.
The bass guitar.
You can choose the headliner. Yeah, Lincoln? Hey?
Incredibly loudly so that nobody can hear what he's saying.
Hang on, do I need to turn on the Avernus rock on the Syrinscape? Yes. Either way, maybe it is this one's time to have a go at things. He gestures at the shield of the Hidden Lord. Or maybe your queen, if she is that. If you have made that particular choice, maybe she deserves a second go. Either way.
Mordenkainen is hecka judgy.
John. Oh no, can I ask you a question, Mordenkainen?
Yes, of course.
You human?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh, once, maybe.
You more like a fae or a fiend or celestial now?
Oh, no. Don't dally with that stuff.
Mental?
No.
Never mind. Okay.
He's the dude.
By the way, Lincoln, whatever you're thinking back there, none of your magics will work here. No matter how
Who says I'm thinking of
hard
anything?
you strum away. Well, yes, you're barely above Captain Theo there. Now,
Bass guitar! How many, however, I do it! I don't give a shit! I do it!
Lincoln, it's okay. And Theo like pats your shoulder with his like beard dripping with the like the soup and stuff like.
What's this?
Oh.
What does this count as? Improvised weapon?
Mhm.
So just
Lincoln,
strength?
please.
Yep, your new improved strength.
Oh yeah! Makes so much difference. 13!
Okay. It whistles through the air. You're towards him, trailing its little amplifier cord, and just booms off like there's like ripples off with some kind of shield spell. And he's just like,
This is just the backdrop now. You can ignore me, I just am keeping going.
you're gonna break it.
Shut up, I need to do this. I keep going.
Oh well. Yes, by the way, everyone in chat, KKRP12 over there, the Chaos Crew, do check them out. Great stuff. So with Lincoln just wailing on this shield spell in the background, he turns back to you. So, are you going to take custody of our imprisoned friend? I never did figure out their name. Just help, I'm a book. Help, I'm a book. Over and over. Every page in the whole thing. Maybe you can do something with it. I don't know.
How do you know each other?
Well, it's more of I know of him, and he probably knows. This is Captain Zodge. He rode with us through Baldur's Gate, and so he knows us.
Yes, of course, but why even meet us as Captain Zodge in the first place? Why set up this whole alias?
I tend to freak people out a bit.
Yes.
It's just, I find it more productive. Better results. I mean, to his credit, I visited your brother as myself. Although he was rather pissed off when I shoved him through that portal and it wasn't going to Eberron, it was going down here. But it was for his mother. Your mother.
You!
I just one moment. And Orvin is gonna pluck a feather and toss it away from the table and start following it.
Yes.
It just drifts down to the floor.
What?
Oh, no. You don't just waltz into somewhere and take someone's book, Orvin. You should know that. You have to earn your library cards, dear boy.
You know, that's fair. All of the others were just scavenged. Potentially stolen. They're better off with me.
You saved them from a fate worse than they deserved. Now,
Oh.
I have a request before I give you the book.
Of course.
There is something tipping the balance somewhat. Bell captured himself a Sybriex. Did you read up on those in Candlekeep?
Let me take a look here.
What's that? It sounds big. Firema, what's that?
Thoroughly unpleasant things. Yes.
I've heard it's quite big.
I knew it was
I
big.
haven't heard anything.
So, Colby, had you read about that? Is it in the?
That's what I'm checking now. Yeah.
Ulalig. Oot.
How
Here we go.
How can you have it inside your head and not know its real name?
It won't talk to me. It knows what I'm doing.
Well, it can hear me, unfortunately, so it knows why you want to know the name.
Corbin stitches his out.
Oh!
Flipping through
You just saw the picture, I assume.
Yeah.
and he's gonna reach the page
Oh my god.
and just reel back.
Yeah.
Say, good lord.
Yes, it's a demon, he says to the rest of you. A demon that was roaming Avernus, gathering all sorts of knowledge, vast knowledge, as it moved about the place. And then Bell got his talons on it. They're currently wringing all the information they can from it. And that's giving them somewhat of an advantage. Not only the information it got around Avernus, but from whence it came as well, back in the Abyss. It's kept things smooth sailing. That's one for you there, Theo. Until now, but I'm afraid it's starting to tip things a bit in an unfortunate way. Deal with it. release it, kill it, I don't care. Maybe if you're smart enough, he raises an eyebrow at Theo again, you can get some information that it's got about the planes here, if there's anything you're looking to find out about Avernus, or the Abyss, maybe? But,
These are incredibly dangerous.
yes, as are you.
I'm gonna laugh and like pluck a feather off of Orvin.
No!
And he looks at you, Horvin, and he's like,
Strike.
ask Lincoln's father if you're dangerous or not.
Jesus, you really just keep going right for the jugular, you fucking asshole.
I'm
Punches
complimenting you.
again. I hate you!
This
You
is
know-
like an episode of Mean Girls.
We
Take the compliment, Lincoln. Take the compliment. You knocked him off his peg and got revenge for your friend.
did. We've done a lot.
Yes.
I'm
he's-
tired.
But I'm looking at these. Some of the things this Syrinscape can do are awful.
Do you have a picture in your book that you can show us all?
Sure.
I would imagine.
But well,
yeah.
I'll save it. I'll save it until you're actually face to face with it.
Okay,
Right,
alright,
yeah.
alright.
I'm
Or-
enjoying this warm fire on this cold
Yeah,
winter night.
everyone.
Won't that upset Belle?
I would imagine so.
You're about to unseat Zariel. That'll make him very happy.
Ah, okay. So there's a trade-off.
You remember when he let you find the control rods for releasing... Thank you, Bloody.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't you remember when he let you get the control rods to open up the companion? Where have you stashed those, by the way? I hope they're in safe hands.
They are with Mad Maggie.
Wow. Interesting. I hope she manages to keep her hands on them. He kind of shakes his
So
head.
she likes having us around because we're always sad.
I
Dancing
Right.
hobgoblins. Oh.
trust her ability to keep them. I'll say that much.
Well, deal with the Syriacs. Take away this source of intelligence for them. Destroy it if possible. I would. I suppose it makes no odds if you destroy it here or set it free, because if you destroy it, it'll just end up back in the abyss anyway. But it will be delayed a great deal.
We'll certainly do something about it.
Well, deal with that. And you shall have access to your book.
That sounds very specific.
How would you have me worded? I'm sorry.
No, I'm certain it's fine. I'm just accustomed to.
It's not here. It's in a separate, secure area.
I see.
Yes.
I'm just a bit conditioned to the demon devil jiggly
That's fair enough. Yes. At that moment, there's a polite rap at the door from that room he came from before, and he looks over. Yes, Rothine, what is it? And the door opens, and the glimpse you get of the room behind, it's a completely different room to the one he was in before. And for your image of this one. I don't know why. This is just what jumped into my mind immediately. Please imagine Sigourney Weaver when she's possessed in Ghostbusters. Okay? So big kind of 80s hair and this robe, but off one shoulder.
Okay.
As this woman, tall woman, steps in, she's like, I'm sorry, Master. That you did ask that I contact you once any progress had been made. He's like, yes, you can speak freely, Rothleen. It's fine. These are friends of the Baths. And she's like, good. The time is now. There is a way through. You said you wanted to head through the mists as soon as possible. And he's like, oh, good. Right. Well, sorry to cut this short, everyone, but I have something to deal with. Thanks to you, I might add. I have to moke all the way over to Barovia, having managed to escape there just before, and sort out Janda Sunstar, who you went hauling off barbed trees, and then Olanthius came and killed Harriman, allowing Janda Sunstar to take over his body and his armor and take it through the mists. Oh, let's do everything myself.
Everything didn't go as the puppet master wanted.
Admittedly, that was a misstep.
You can't leave because I need you. What?
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were muted for a second. It's okay.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, you haven't finished your workout back there?
No. No, of course I'm fucking done.
Yes.
No, I have questions
What?
about. I don't want to ask in front of other people.
Okay. He clicks his fingers, everyone disappears. Yes.
Actually, no, seriously.
They're fine.
So,
Yes.
I have to believe you. Tyrannax.
Mm-hmm.
How do I contact him? Where is he? And how do I get there?
Oh, I'm very sorry. He's in Eberron.
I have to that place, wherever that is.
I'm sorry?
How do I get to Eberron?
You can't.
What do you mean you can't?
He was fated to be there with Shivakri, and it was Shivakri's tie from her Kalashtar roots that led them back. You do not have such an anchor. You could go into the astral sea as they did and wander for all eternity, and you would never find the portal. You need a guide. Recently, the astral shell of Eberron has been breached. I'm slightly worried. The abyss and the lowest of the lows down there have perked up their ears and have got a scent of something. A whole world of new souls. It's something I'm watching.
Join
It's something
whoever's
I'm
running
watching.
the abyss, then they'll get me there.
Yeah, do you have a spell jammer? No. Look. It's for another time. He's fine, I'm sure. He's off. He's off the reservation. Yeah, he's gone way far away.
Don't care anyway. Doesn't matter.
I'm sure he'll be back.
What are you for? Get out of here.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
want to see your stupid face, bald head blinding me.
Oh my god.
Does that piss people off usually? Sorry. It's anyway. Yes.
Bling ball. Get out of here, melon man.
And everyone just appears back where they were. Everyone else, you didn't. There's a slight kind of stutter. In you know, like you skipped a couple of frames, like we used to do. But you it was you know, nothing that you could really experience. Yes, all the best. It's down south somewhere.
What's that? The Syriax?
Yes. Come on, come, John.
It's not at Bell's Forge?
Oh, good God. No. Why would he have it there? Too close to the sticks. No. He's got some of his minions looking after it. Much easier to deal with. I wouldn't send you into Bell's Forge. Oh, you don't want to go there.
Thought you were. I was very pessimistic. Anyway.
Oh yes, no, don't worry. The odds are much better. I'm sure you'll be fine. Tulu. And Hovin.
Oh,
Yes.
You can keep that one. Bye. And there's that strange pull kind of in your navel region again as you compress it and whoop out the other side. And you find yourselves back next to your war machines. And a startled Arcanoloth flaps away as they were kind of like looking at it curiously. And Horvin, you find yourself still holding that souvenir cup.
Oh. Well, that was gracious.
Sorry, I should turn off this study sound.
It's nice to have, you know, some kind of meal, I guess, you know.
Does it say Mordenkaiden's house?
Schön.
Herman,
Marvelous match,
our
damn it.
Herman Comic Sans.
Alright,
So-
let's
So,
go kill a flesh demon.
Okay, now hold on. Before we even get close to thinking about driving to this thing, there's a lot that we need to know about this. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think destroying it is worth it. And that's not just because I could get information from it.
okay.
Honestly. These things do kind of hoard information, which is kind of pretty on brand for me, but they are also quite disgusting.
Well, then we should kill it.
They have incredible magic resistance, and you do not want to get close to it.
Oh dear.
They it's like an aura of what I have here doesn't even really describe it. It just says corruption all around it. 30 feet of this aura.
Could probably throw a javelin that far.
Well, probably.
Take a lot
Yeah.
of javelins.
It's resistant to all kinds of magic?
Yes. All kinds of magic, all kinds of magical effects, and it can also okay, my magical ability gives me some interesting ability to bend luck a little bit. This is different. The page here says legendary resistance.
Hmm.
Which
I know about legends is that they tend to die young. So let's go kill this thing once we've done enough research.
It is a demon. I do dislike demons.
well, that's another
They need
thing.
better. Go
It-
on.
If it's there are a few types of these fellows, and one of them can basically just at will demon ichor you.
Maybe you.
Mark,
Oh, yeah.
flashbacks, it's okay. Oh, Horvin.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm
Know that
you're
from
muted.
looking at me, I'm muted?
No,
No.
you, like the first half of your sentence didn't come up at all. I started hearing it from when you look at me.
Better now?
Yeah.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Just said, well, I know you wouldn't think it from looking at my sheer satin shirt and my leather stage harness, but I actually am incredibly exposed in terms of being armored, and I've decided to stop not being protected. I think I need some new armor before I go. If anyone's got anything to hand, I could just fashion a weird chest piece out of thing. Yeah, I don't care if it's too big, as long as I can carry it.
We just left both
Neat.
our blacksmiths.
Cool. I didn't think about. What's funny is that I didn't really think about this back then because I was focused on points to leg.
You got wings and you had a major life event, and that's not on you. I just am thinking out loud.
Horvin. Clearly, with you describing how powerful it is, there's always has to be some vulnerability to something, right? Do you know of anything?
It's understood, right?
The
Maybe all at once as family, friends, acceptance.
I mean, they are quite intelligent, and I have no doubt we could attempt to reason with it.
We're gonna have a really weird friend.
So
Don't
you're
think-
saying I could
I don't want a demon
charm
friend.
this thing?
Another.
See, Horvin.
Not
Yes.
wanting a demon friend.
Okay, hold on. You say it's intelligent, and how wise do you believe it to be?
I mean, these things live for millennia, eons, across planes.
I would say it's if what I'm hearing is true, legendarily. I wouldn't count on being able to get any kind of spell off on it.
But with my own words and the charms of my looks, we could possibly reason this,
Not-
you say.
Look, yeah,
Cannot
Firemaw
seduce.
grabbed the book. It does. It says legendarily resistant. This means, gives book back.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pull one over on it.
To
Not
magic,
gonna pull it either.
but
No.
what about this? Like, that's like this weird. Orvin.
Makes a good point.
Now, I
Horvin,
have
I
some
want you to
bad.
make I want you to make an insight check for me, Horvin. After I just do that, do that look. All right.
All right,
I'm-
hold on, hold on.
Blushing.
I'm using my new panache. Like,
A 16.
all right. That's versus my dirty 20.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
With the plus
Does
9
Corbin
for
love you now?
oh wait, plus 5, my bad. Ooh. Yeah, I got 17. Okay.
You still beat me.
Yeah. So you just are like you're basically just charmed by me, right?
Now,
That's neat.
Broke in party fighting, woke in party charm effects.
Right, yeah.
Here we go.
Cap, I hate to
I love that.
tell
God,
you
that was
this,
great.
but that smile is magic. It ain't gonna work.
I
That was so good.
Theo, as badly as I want to agree with you,
And you can and will.
and just
He's been waiting to use it because you know it never works on Linda.
She's too used to the looks. It doesn't affect her anymore.
Like, I don't care. Change the diaper.
yes, of course it has magic resistance, but the legendary resistance is to anything. It can do
My
it 3
friend.
times a day.
I only have one thing that I can possibly do to make any of this better. I can do a spell which makes it bad at things to neutralize one thing it can do. So, like, say it's real smart, I can make it neutral.
It's
Say it's really charismatic and starts seducing Theo, I can make it neutral. But can only try that once. So I'd rather try it once all of these legendary what's it nots its have been used up.
Sure, reasonably so. However, there is, on top of all of these other hurdles that I've piled in front of us, there is
Can't
this
wait.
as well. And Horvin will just kind of tap the page where it says that the Syrinscape has the ability to warp creatures. And basically what this means is...
Come on, roll with me here, Horvin. I've only Firemore has rolled on that table so far. I'm starved for roll table goodness.
Horvin. What does it mean, Horvin?
You too could be blue.
That's its flesh warping ability. The warp creature ability, however, is a poison on a failed out of character DC 20 Constitution save. And it you have to do quite a bit of work to get rid of the poison. It comes with exhaustion.
By the way, everybody, before coming down to hell, Horvin did a lot of research at Candlekeep, which is why he has this information on hand.
Every time you fail to get rid of the poison, you have to hit it 3 times. Every time you fail, you get another tick of exhaustion. Once you are exhausted enough.
We found the handy dandy tick box thing on D&D Beyond now, so we're good to go. We're good to go.
Fantastic.
Yay.
I'm just gonna read this line here. And out of character, the line says, once the target reaches 6 levels of exhaustion, it dies instantly and transforms into an abyssal wretch.
aside from the abyssal wretch part, that's just exhaustion. I think you just do die at 6.
Warden says, so does an abyssal wretch then go to the abyss? Just asking for a friend.
It's under immediate control of the Syrinscape, and it can be undone by a wish spell.
Sweet. So, but if nobody wishes them back, they're basically an abyssal entity who gets to just wander the abyss whenever the Syrinscape is. I'm gonna stop asking questions.
No, that's right.
You heard nothing.
I mean, based on what I'm reading here.
You become a.
Maybe
demon
I don't
again.
need armor. No,
What?
I need armor. No, nothing. I'm fine.
So, at any rate, I will reiterate, I don't think killing this thing is the right way to go. Like Mordenkainen said, even if we do kill it, it'll just end up right back here. Maybe smaller, maybe a lower rank, but...
In the abyss, not here.
Oh, in the abyss.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mordenkainen was saying, basically, if you kill it, it will go back to the abyss. If you free it, it will run back to the abyss.
Either way, let's just get it the hell out of here.
Yeah, as much as I want to kill it, it's not gonna make any difference.
Let's free it and see how it gets to the abyss and take notes about it.
Why would you want to go to the abyss?
No reason.
Note taking.
Us. Horvin
I'm
likes notes.
Thank you, Lincoln. I appreciate that
Yeah.
you think of me.
You're concerning me. Lincoln.
Definitely, always. Nah, I'm not.
So, you're jumping into the war machines?
Yeet.
Tour bus, Black Parade?
Go.
I think so.
Oh wait, I do. I reach over to Firemore and just say, "Can I have my helmet?"
I felt really smart with this.
Would you wait? No, Firemore. Are you insecure about your intelligence? Because if you are, I need you to know that you're very smart.
Theo.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
No, oh, I honestly zoned out there. missed
I
the-
thought
that was in character.
thought-
It's okay.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I thought that I was maybe one of the dumber people in the party, but I found out I'm nearly twice as smart as the dumbest person in the party.
cool.
I
Listen,
thought,
you know what? No, don't listen. Go on. Continue.
so you know what? Here you are. You can keep this. There's others that need it more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Intelligence is. My intelligence is 9.
Is that-
Firema is smarter than you.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That should be evident.
Hell yeah. Lincoln's almost as dumb as Theo. Let's go.
Let's not sink that low.
Remember, everyone. Remember, that's just book learning intelligence.
Yeah.
Street smarts. The wisdom is. Here's some kitty.
There's some there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
Deck,
Yeah, it's
you've got
fine.
deck smarts.
Muscle memory as a
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
There we go.
you go.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so you.
All the memory doesn't need to be here. It can be here.
Clamber up
Guns.
into your vehicles.
Very small arms.
And I think
Oh.
darkness. Think in darkness. No. There we go. Okay, back. I think you need to use a couple of new coins. We're not very good at keeping track of this, but you've been gunning around all over the place. I think we need a bit of a refuel here.
Okay.
All right.
So mark off 2 soul coins, please.
I'm the only one that's got these fucking things. So there we go. 2 soul coins.
I love this track. It's so cool.
It's a banger.
It's called Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. So, you swing up into the cockpits and jump up onto the saddle of the Black Parade, and you see that the skull of Haruman, pointing as it does, thanks to Elanthius, towards the bleeding citadel, is kind of pointing off at Lincoln as you're looking at it from the saddle, kind of 7 o'clock, like back over your left elbow. But who is taking the lead? Is it going to be Lincoln or Horvin making the navigation check to get us to the Syrinscape?
Ben has the info. I think Corbin should do it. unless he signals to Lincoln.
What do you
No, I
think,
got
Corbin?
it.
You good?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Is it 2d6s, right?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh.
This is an entirely new, unvisited location.
I see.
It is 2d4. Now, everyone, this is a mechanic that's special to Descent into Avernus, as the landscape of the Hells shifts and moves and tries to confuse you. And it's what drove the cartographer mad in the speaking map that Horvin carries with him, and why that map is completely useless, except for this very pretty backdrop that we have here. Let me zoom out, actually, for you, dear viewers. Give you a better view of our surroundings. There we go. Speak of the cartographer. There he is. We can't go here. I forgot that was like it's like a long timer on that part of the Syrinscape belt, and it just shocked the crap out of me this morning when I was checking it on lunchtime. Anyway, which I do to my players all the time, so it's deserved. Now,
So,
you have to roll 2 dice. Sorry, Horvin, 2 seconds. You have to roll 2 dice when you're traveling anywhere, and if you are familiar with the location and you have a guide, it's a D10. If you're going there by yourself to a familiar location, I think it's an 8. If you have been told where it is, it's a 6. And then if you have no data whatsoever, it's a 4. And if both dice come up the same number, you get lost. So, of course, the bigger the dice, the better your chances. We are on the smallest of the small, those terrors of the fallen on the carpet dice. The D4, bring a low of many a mighty father. As they move barefoot, twixt the toys.
Definitely not speaking
I
Greek.
I was like,
yeah, they're basically
What the-
caltrops.
what the fuck
D4,
kind of
the
shitty
worst dice
reference
to
is
stand
this?
on. It is widely accepted.
Yeah.
Look at this. Where's look at this. Look at these little buggers.
I know.
Ah,
I get it. I get it now.
nasty.
I just at first I was
Caltrops.
like,
Caltrops of the dice world.
Ones are the metal ones. That
Ooh.
they actually pierce yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yes, Horvin.
we got a 3 and a 4.
Oh!
God.
Horvin once more steers you true as you are barreling through the deserts. And you see, Horvin, as you've seen before, some of those infernal sandstorms start to blow up, and there's a big wall of sand, red sand, moving across the plains here, flickering lightning playing around its interior, and you swing your engine across. Ooh, who did we lose? There you go. We're back. As you swing the war machines across, narrowly avoiding a deep ravine gashing the side of the countryside. No, that's not the wrong word. The scenery here, and you swing it round, pull a nice little handbrake, turn round, going across the natural land bridge. Lincoln following close behind in the Black Parade. Actually, Lincoln almost messes it up, doesn't realize that the chasm's there on the far side of the tour bus blocking the view, swings out round you just to say hello and wave up to you. The chasm's right there in front of you, Lincoln, but so is that small ramp of rock. And you gun it and whoosh up over, clearing easily the 20-foot across to the other side of this jagged ravine. And you crash down on the other side. Orvin looks, nods, pulls his goggles back down, and the red sands engulf the scene, and you're going through in this kind of.
No, I didn't drive into the chasm.
You did
Definitely
not. Did not.
Definitely not.
And you're in this kind of eerie silence as this red sand, this faint hissing. Except for that guy. There's this. Shut up. There's this faint hissing as the sand just rattles off the side of the vehicles and gets all up in your feathers and your faux hawk there, Lincoln. And you are making good speed though, and keeping true to your course, keeping true to your resolve, basically, which is what's going to get you to where you want to be, because you've never been to this place, you don't know where it is, but you want to be there, and that will, that desire to arrive at this location gets you through the desert, and you arrive at your location. You are traveling down the bottom of a ravine this next time, trying to get some shelter from that sandstorm as it was blowing through. And as you emerge from the mouth of this cavern, steep walls of rock rising up 15 foot off to either side, the plains open out once more. And you stop, Horvin, as you can see something off in the distance.
I love bones.
Oh, you drove through so many piles of bones. Bones all the way down.
They never tell you about the bones down in the hills. Or stone.
Now, as you emerge from this deep ravine out into the open plains again, you see, off in the distance, spiky chains lash down a 15-foot diameter floating blob of quivering flesh, holding it tight to a 20-foot tall wrought iron scaffold. Two fiends, wrapped in chains, stand atop the scaffold, torturing the bloated creature's flesh by tightening the chains. As you draw closer, you can see demon ichor oozing from its wounds, forming a shallow pool around the scaffolding. Apart from the two chain devils up top, a third jackal-headed fiend uses a bronze horn.
Yeah, you know what there is? I do.
The cartographer has clearly seen a Syriax before. The jackal-headed fiend uses a bronze horn to yell loudly at the bloated prisoner in multiple languages, some of which you catch as it breezes through. Tarina, you even hear some deep speech from time to time.
Is that your name?
You just hear a voice. You missed your chance there. Memory like a sieve. And you hear the Arcanoloth. As you've seen before, your dear friend. Now I'm going to get this right. Excuse you. Your dear friend, Reggie? Is that right? It is Reggie, isn't it? Reggie,
Yep.
who's acting somewhat as your agent back at Bell's Forge, trying to get you to sign this music deal once you've spent some time in the plains and found yourselves and come together as a band, as you truly meant to be. You find your sight of another Arcanoloth here, as I said, bellowing up at the prisoner as it sits cross-legged about halfway up the scaffolding. And when you catch it in languages that you understand, you hear it shouting out, "Tell us everything you know about the headwaters of the Styx. Tell us everything you know about..." And they just rattle off the various different bits and bobs that they're trying to find out. They're trying to get information from this thing, trying to wring every last piece of intel that they can get. You just hear it shouting, "Tell us everything you know about troops coming down the river. Tell us everything about Protectuek." I think I pronounced that right. I can't remember. So let's see if I can... Even if I'm reading it, I probably won't be able to pronounce it properly. Ah, demons. And sorry, just while I'm looking this up, thank you very much for those very kind words in chat. Here we go. Krokektuek. Yeah, that's pretty close. You you hear it asking, yes, tell us about those Krokektuek. And you're just like trying to get all of this information from this beast. So, what would you like to do?
The easiest way to handle this would be to break the chains. And then I'm sure that thing could handle itself. Or at least back us up. What on earth is that thing, though? Corbin is gonna flip through his books.
Which one are you looking at?
The jackal-headed fellow?
Hey, look
Oh,
at
it's-
me. I'm a map.
It's the
Yeah?
yes, you are, cartographer. Yes, you are. I'm gonna turn him off. Sorry, shut up. It's a kind of love.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, one of the different types of Yugoloths that ply their trade down here to the highest bidder. But this one's working for Bell, so I wouldn't try to outbid.
No. Certainly not.
That might not work.
I wonder how covertly we can do this.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Carney. Thank you so much. Everyone, please check out Carney's Sideshow. Great modern setting D&D. Really cool. In Baldur's Gate, but modern day. Modern day. Futuristic, even.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. Tomorrow.
Wow, that's so kind.
That is so sweet.
Thank you, Carney.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go, Chris Jr.
Lincoln says.
Emote away. Thanks to Carney.
Lincoln says I can turn people invisible.
I can hit stuff, but
We do
sneaking
not.
is not my purview.
We do not want to get you close enough to break those chains.
No touching.
How
Gotta
far
protect
away?
those guns, Firemore.
Social distance.
Social distance,
Yeah, right.
please.
How far? Can I tell how far away it is exactly?
At the moment, it's about like 500 feet away. You kept a safe distance, and they are completely focused on this thing. I can now show you all. Sorry, Tarina, you're wanting to share this delightful image with everybody.
It's gross.
Yeah,
Shall I?
it's awful.
Creatures and monsters. Everyone, roll 20 for all of your
Everyone's
token
basic.
and dynamic lit map needs. That was easy for me to say. Oh, there's so many monsters in here.
It's the ugliest one you have, John.
Okay, let me just hide away the various bits that you're not supposed to read and just leave the picture. Oh, that didn't work.
I don't think you're ready.
You're not ready for the truth.
I don't think I am, honestly.
It's a thing. Okay.
Think of puppies, so that way it's even more.
Just to prepare yourself.
Pikachu.
Oh, horrible.
Pikachu.
Save.
Puppies.
Is this working now? Yeah, here we go. Okay, here we go, everyone. Are you ready? Here he is.
Nope.
I think. So, oh, no, hang on. I need to take it off just Torvin. Sorry. I just showed it to Horvin again. Here he comes. Oop.
Torvin!
Hello.
Oh!
It's pretty.
That's
It's like
far-
a
worse than I
mushroom tree
thought.
pimple.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
thing.
It's pretty rank.
Ew, it's so gross.
Now this is this specific one with the chains, right? This doesn't usually have the chains. It's usually free to float away as it was meant to.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's as if like
so
Extra.
it's so extra because definitely whatever the fuck it should not float. It should be whatever is ladening this body with like so much pus that it's like creating pimples out of these chains should definitely not be allowed to float.
it's
Mhm.
like Freddy Krueger in the Swamp Thing planted a baby and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yes. By the way, you on your map, you are here, where these floaty, tendery things are. That look slightly similar to this. I can now put the name on, as it is now a discovered location, a visited location known as,
And it is called.
and it is called the Syrinscape. Does what it says on the can.
Very good.
Boop.
If I can get just a little closer, I can at least try to break these chains.
If it doesn't know you're there, Orvin,
Chains.
surely it can't possibly use its thingy on you.
Chain of fools.
Well, thankfully, I can cast some of my spells from outside the range of its crazy warp madness.
Cool.
Hopefully enough to break the chains. But I think I only get one free shot.
Could we convince the Arcanoloth to let it go? Maybe.
I don't think we have enough money for that.
It's not about the money. It's about convincing him it's in his best.
Appeal to its humanity or something.
it's
No.
about
What?
the
Leo, do the look.
Lincoln, I don't understand. You keep going back and forth. Appeal to his humanity, murder everything. I was talking about deceiving
Oh
him.
no,
and
sorry, no, I was joking. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
100%.
we don't
No,
really
that
use
thing is-
sarcasm in my part of the whatever.
It's good. Wow. That was incredibly meta.
Class A, fourth wall.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Very good.
Oh.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. On.
No, you tell him it's in the best interest of Bell that this thing be let go. If we can convince him that Bell is not in fact gaining information from this thing, but it is in fact siphoning information,
Ooh.
then he might let it go.
Grandma, you're so smart.
Well,
I'm like one of the smartest people in the party.
Oh my god. This is amazing.
solid middle ground there. Yeah.
at any rate,
By the way, Horvin, the cartographer pipes up in your pack as you come within sight of this thing. Sorry, there isn't a recording. That was just the random stuff from it before. So you hear it. So I'm going to do an impression because there isn't a one for it. This one. A breeder of horrors and a hoarder of secrets. A Syriax is said to be as old as the abyss. How was that? It's pretty close, I thought.
fantastic.
I believe
You know what? I could understand it, so it might even be better.
Right? Yeah. Sometimes the devils are a bit squirrely.
That certainly sounds like a plan A. And
For starters.
I mean, Lincoln, if you could
Okay.
do a little Heidi magic on me, and I can maybe get a little closer.
Hell yeah. I can do
If-
that.
if
Everyone's
that
fiddling with
doesn't-
the mirror of my the mirror of my my vehicle. There we go. Perfect.
Check yourself out.
Yeah. Yes, I can make you, and I can make up to 4 people invisible if you need that.
It's really quiet.
let
Why is
me
it so
just-
quiet? That's really quiet, Lincoln.
Am I?
No, Lincoln. Let me bring you up. Zoop. You try again, Emma?
I-O.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry, everyone. I have to do my own show running.
Nah, no, you're good. I think maybe trying to convince this fellow is a good start. I mean, Theo, you did that
Just try it.
thing earlier.
Of course. Yes.
And Lincoln, we know how much success you've had with charming individuals.
Oh yeah, I'm so good at it.
By the way, let me cleanse your palate somewhat by bringing up the Arcanoloth picture because that's fantastic.
That is a much nicer picture, yeah. That isn't a giant ball sack.
Yep.
There they are.
So,
Hello.
a competition of charm we have here.
If that's how you want to look at it.
Challenge accepted.
Now, that magical smile.
Fox it.
So, Corvin, let me get this right. You want me to turn you invisible,
Yes.
but you also want Theo and I to try and go in and actually appeal to it.
No, God, no. The
Not
Arcana.
to it, to the Arcanoloth.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, go sex up the pimple.
I would.
That was a
make
sentence.
That's one of
Wow.
those things, from what I'm understanding.
Tarina!
No,
There was no pimple
no.
all sex up.
not in character.
Sounded in character to me.
Yes, that Lincoln. That is exactly what I think we should do.
Okay.
Well, of course.
I'm into
Alright.
this.
Now, there is
No.
a slight challenge. The ground between you and the scaffold is very open.
Hmm.
Almost tactically chosen. That was a sentence I couldn't say.
Well, that only makes sense. By open, do you mean like crevices in the actual land?
No, as in wide open, difficult to sneak across.
As in,
Okay.
How many of us are going up there?
Oh
One?
shoot! Hold on.
Language, Horvin, language.
I'll bring down my hand.
Wait. Before you do that, John, you said these were bearded devils.
Don't worry,
Chain.
I'm not going yet. I
That's why
just
they're
need to
doing the
know
chains.
the spell.
Super.
Chain devils. Ooh. All right, hold on. Give me just a second. I'm not even sure if the invisibility will work.
Ah, good point.
Tell me everything you know about Inogur.
well, we had a chain devil the last time. We
Is that
fought.
an elephant?
Sounded like an elephant.
Okay, so
It's
it
Lulu.
Has
How
sight.
dare you forget
Oh,
her. Again,
Ah,
as I had.
so
I'm
is
still
this-
here.
It's not. Maybe Lulu can help.
No.
Chain devils aren't affected by magical darkness. but
I'm
it
sulking
is
because you forgot me.
invisibility.
Cool.
Lulu, that's fair, and I am very sorry. How can I make it up to you?
I'm not talking to you. Hi, Tarina. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm so much today. You know, we've only been down here for 2 weeks.
Isn't it crazy? Not even 2 weeks, because a week's 10 days down here.
Feels like it's been a year.
What?
I've been down here much longer, but I forgot most of it, so that helped.
Tarina just starts crying.
John, does the cup? Does it do drink magic innately, or is it just a cup?
No, yeah, it still works.
Fantastic. I'm going to refill it with the slush, the fruit punch Slurpee, and
Yep.
kind of nudge Lulu in the side with it.
Aw.
She
You don't have
turns,
to talk to me.
long trunk kind of snakes out, sniffs it. You're forgiven.
I had a feeling that might work. Very good. Thank you, Lulu. Yes, so invisibility shouldn't be a problem for the devils.
Okay. Then seems easy. I can make preferably 2 to save my magics, or 3 if we're really hoping this is gonna work, or
Well,
4 if
Lulu-
you don't need me for anything else.
Lulu comes zipping in really fast. What was in that? That was fantastic. Oh, have you got any more? Can I have one more? One more, just one more, please. Come on. That was so tasty, so good. Look, I think you're all overthinking this. Just go in and kill him. Let's go. Come on. Woo!
Absolutely not, Lulu. You can have one more, but we are not here to kill that thing.
Boring.
I know. Wouldn't turn out too well for us.
Well, let's kill the devils then. Right? You want to set free? Kill the devils. Set it free. Let's go.
It is an option. When we fought Kutuchishi or whatever his name was. once we defeated the chain devils, the chains he was holding him were nothing. Broke free instantly.
We had an insane time against one chain devil.
It was because he kept pulling us into the fire.
Oh, that's true.
Let's just do it.
How many chain devils are there?
2.
Might be
And
able
we're
to do
stronger
it.
now.
He might be able to do it. However, we should still try to get him. Just let him free.
Pat your eyes first, and then batter the faces. Tarina says, trying to she's like, I'm cool and tough.
Lulu comes down by your ear and is like, yeah.
Lulu, did you give her one more already?
I did.
Now remember, Lulu has turned a corner. Lulu Mark 2 does not take any shit.
Scary still.
All right. Well, I do remember that though these chains do belong to the chain devils, they are not terribly, impossibly strong. So that shouldn't be a problem for my magic.
I mean, if they're gonna try and talk to the Arcana Loft first, just send in the boys. Send in the boys. Send in the boys. And then I'm gonna look at Lulu, like, come on, let's chant with me. Send in the boys. Send in the boys.
Well, I want to go too.
How, Lincoln? How long does the invisibility last?
Yes. Let me just consult my brain.
Yes.
Yes, is the answer.
I apologize. I have all of my stuff up here, so I assumed. I apologize.
You can't see it on the thing stream, but Rhea is just off screen here, disapproving.
Rage Against the Machine and the ex-girlfriend.
Side-eyeing the Cybriex.
1 hour. And I barely even had to hesitate for that one. Knew it like that.
Lincoln, I think this is the perfect opportunity for you to expand the ranks of your personal army.
Oh.
Or Pretzel.
Oh.
And friends.
Lincoln was going to suggest that, but that's what he kind of thought Holden was alluding to when he was like, Lincoln, you should go and do something.
You should know, by the way,
Sorry.
in the future I'm going to purposefully mumble every name so that you can mishear them properly.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
in Frostmaiden, we came across a Professor Molasses Thornfinger that was misheard.
that's
It was supposed to be molossus, but it was like molasses Thornfinger.
That was an easy mistake.
Professor of the Luskan University.
We're gonna have a ton of just like Bob Pretzel, Molasses Thornfinger, like Estrol Yarovich, and I'll just keep going.
Salsa McDuty.
That's Professor Thornfinger, PhD to you.
I like that one. I'm gonna stick with that. There's a goblin somewhere called Salsa McDuty.
Oh, that's a good one.
Molasses Thornfinger. Presumed
Lincoln,
dead.
We're gonna get a bunch of goblins. So we're gonna get a bunch of gnomes. We're gonna assume that we heard their names wrong, but that's just how gnome names are.
Yes. They are ready to go. Like, have you seen the names of the gnomes that pilot Jarlaxle's submarine? Oh, they're so good. So good. Mike got to meet all of them. Pistol. Oh, by the way, Dylan, you'll get a kick out of this. Their friend that was adventuring with them before hijacked Jarlaxle's submarine in Baldur's Gate harbor and stole it. And the rock gnome, are they rock gnomes? I can't remember. The gnomes rebelled. They rose up and took the submarine from Jarlaxle, along with all of the gold from Dragon Heist, which he'd stolen. Sorry.
I don't know how much Horvin knows about the magic that Lincoln used on Pretzel. So I don't know that Horvin could directly suggest that. But I think he would definitely...
No, Lincoln is considering doing that anyway.
Right.
If Horvin's concerned, Lincoln would just be like, don't worry.
Oh,
good at what
Horvin
you
is
do.
concerned.
You're concerned. Okay, let me explain a bit more. There's a devil called Bob Pretzel. Very nice, like pretzel design on the chest. Very well done. Well woven beard. When we were freeing Altis the Cultist, I enslaved him with magic.
That is a very strong word.
I think that he wanted to be free from his
Sure.
ties to Zariel, and I just helped by manipulating him with charm magic.
Well, you know, do what you have to do. Is that what happened to the boat?
Oh, the command ship? Yeah. I think.
You had him do that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel much better about our chances here.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about it.
But
yeah, no, you know what? It only lasts, it's not that powerful. It only lasts 30 days. So Bob Pretzel is going to have to make his own way eventually. I can't guide his hand forcibly by magic forever. And the same is true here. But I don't think we need 30 days to get this done, so.
No, I don't think we do.
Sweet. So
Good Lord, how long would it take me to run 30 days of an adventure? Years and years and years.
I'll have you know, it took me 3 years to get through about 9 months in one campaign, and we had a 6-month time skip. Just know that.
Wow.
Just know that.
Well, I did Dragon Heist for nearly a couple of years with Stephen, Steph, and that was just over a week.
The reason
oh my god, that's funny.
I need you to know the reason I went like earlier when you said the Stone of Galore is because I did Dragon Heist.
I know, I've seen it. I watched
I
it.
do not forget.
But what's the channel? Shout out the channel. What was it? Who was it?
Variant roles.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. Variant roles. Check out our very own Emma as she played
They're
Dragon
not
Heist.
around anymore, but Encounter Roleplay also did stuff.
Oh, yeah. And while we're shouting out other people to check out, just down there in chat appeared Quest Junkies UK. Go and have a look. There's all sorts of good.
Oh, it's so fun. Cool. Sweet. Well, you know what? Let's just go and see how it goes, and maybe I'll die.
Well, I
Well,
really hope that doesn't happen.
It's
There are
very
a lot of us.
A strange thing to say. I'm just gonna tuck that back. Please, yes. Please see what you can do without violence. I think that would just be easier.
Yep.
I really don't want to piss that thing off.
No. No, God, no. Last thing you'd want to do. I'm considering cursing it and then doing my thing. Not the big pimplo man, but the one we want to get. The one we can get.
Okay. That's certainly your prerogative. I'm
Sweet. Also, I know that I'm calling the Arcanalots it's because I'm getting so confused with the pimple and the two, and it just bleh.
no problem.
Yes.
No, you're good.
Cool.
Okay, I think we've got the
Ready to roll.
skeleton of a plan.
Okay. So the instruments are tuned up. The roadies have left the stage.
Let's go.
All right. Anyone want to go invisible, or are we just gonna waltz?
Are you gonna go invisible, Horton?
Oh, please, yes.
Yeah.
I don't plan to move from this spot. I'm
Stunning.
gonna let you guys handle that.
What do I do? Should I be invisible?
I would like to know.
Lena
before
just
I do
really
the
wants
first-
to see what it would be like to be invisible.
I need to. Here's the thing. It's very sparing magic. I'm going to be weak after we do this. So
Okay, I'll be a rock, and then I curl up.
beautiful, you great rock. My rock. Theo, and Firemore. Are you coming?
Coming,
Oh, of course.
obviously. It wouldn't be
Okay.
very convincing if you didn't have a bodyguard.
I know. It's very true. Sweet. So we're just going to turn Horvin invisible. Okay? Horvin, are you ready? We're not going to know where you are after this, so just bear that in mind. And I will tap Horvin. You are invisible. Right. I think we just look confident and go. All right, let's
Never,
do
never
this.
fucking saw Horvin again.
Do it.
I will take a step forward.
Okay. So yeah, you emerge, leaving the war machines back in the ravine, as you want to do, and start making your way across the broken rock and let's call it sand for our sanity's sake. And you approach the scene as the devils once again heave on the chains, causing the thing to cry out in pain. And you hear the Arcanoloth shouts something in an alien language none of you understand, waits for a response. Tries something else, again, a different language you don't understand, waits for a response. This one you catch a language that you some of you understand. He's like, tell us everything about where Yunoga keeps his snacks. Waits for a response. Nothing. And then he notices you.
Doesn't look like you're getting anywhere with that, is it? Yeah, hi.
He sets
Hey.
down the brass trumpet kind
Oh.
of thing. He's like,
I'm ready.
Oi! Sherlock! Jank! The chain devils look round, wrap off the chains, tie them off, and they all start clambering down the scaffolding. And the Arcanoloth in the front with the 2 chain devils flanking just behind. Step about 20 feet away from the scaffolding and stop, waiting for you to approach.
I set my sights on the one that we want to charm.
Mm-hmm.
And I smile. Hello, hi, hello. Now, I'm just trying to consider.
As you're moving closer,
Yeah.
a number of spare loose chains that were hanging all over the scaffolding start to move and snake out, moving towards the chain devils and just kind of like rising up, almost like cobras behind them.
Okay.
Just in case.
We mean you no harm. Just came in here for a chat.
What do you want?
Cool, yeah, no, who speaks for you? Is it you? Are you the guy? Are you the guy?
He laughs. He looks at the chain devils.
You're the guy. Okay.
Yes, I'm in charge. What?
Well,
Hi.
What is it?
we're here with orders from the boss.
You.
Which boss?
Well, not the big boss, obviously, but you know the our boss, the boss.
The boss.
One that starts with a B,
B.
ends with L.
L. Put them together, what'd you get?
Except for a moment. Oh, Bell.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you haven't been getting anything out of this guy, have you?
I'm gonna need a deception check there.
All right.
Who's making it? It can be with advantage because you are supporting each other.
I mean, I've got some in deception, but
I've got.
if you're better at it.
I've got lots. I've got some. But up to you. Okay. Uh, 26.
Should do it.
Bell. Big fan.
He'll hire anyone these days. What has he got to say for himself? How's Reggie?
Oh, Reggie's great.
Good.
That's how we actually got in, you know.
You like to see a friend move up, you know?
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He got us an audience once, didn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty great. With Chromatic Chaos.
All sorts of... Oh, Chromatic Chaos, I want to get done with this so I can go back and catch him. I heard they're going to be disbanding.
Yeah, I heard so. There's a new up-and-comer.
Oh, yeah?
Gig. The Pits.
The Pits? Yeah. Oh, I'll keep my eyes open.
They've toured a little bit, but...
Now, come on. As slow as the information flow's gotten, I need to get as much as I can for Bill out of this one. What does he want?
That's the problem, isn't it? It's getting information out of us.
What do you mean?
Being here in Avernus, right? It turns to Lincoln, right? Like, it's obvious from there. Like, it's not giving us anything. It's only taking. And it's going to send it all back home.
Here is the thing. We're pretty certain he is taking all this info and is fully intending to turn on us. We think, in fact, he has that ability to do that at any point. So, what we're really saying here is, we're going to come in just with a new approach. We're going to pause things, right, Firemore, and we want, passing on obviously everything that's come from Bell. Just take a step back.
It's got to go back to the Abyss.
Yeah, it's got to go back to the Abyss. But just take a step back, send it away before it can milk us for any more, and all should be fine. Yeah. Simple, innit? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, give us the paperwork, I'll get it signed.
Oh, but that's back at the tour bus. So what we'll do, we'll get this started. Why don't, hey, you speak for everyone. Why don't you step away and I'll take you to the paperwork whilst the other...
Oh, sorry, no, we can't leave this one unguarded. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't
It's
think
fine,
you heard
just-
me properly.
Just go and
And
grab
I'm
it.
gonna. I think it's time.
Yep.
They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
A
Please.
wisdom saving throw.
I decided against cursing them before because that would really give the game away.
Yeah. All right. And I kind of lost.
Just
Wisdom saving throw with magic resistance.
It's not good.
What's the DC?
17.
Okay.
Come on. Back to the two of us.
His brow furrows. No, as I said, you bring it down here. Or maybe you should stay here with this one. Boys, get him!
I'm so sorry, guys.
And he steps back as the two chain devils go and step forward. Their animated chains swoop down towards you, and the Arcanoloth starts to weave its paws in some sort of arcane gesture. But we shall find out what happens next time. As that is all we have time for today. Now, sorry, Lincoln. Even without the advantage, the first roll was a natural 20. 27. So, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone that came through, so good to have you all here. Dylan, thanks again for our fantastic Bob Pretzel fan art. Did you see? Where is he? But there is a token now. There he is. Bob Pretzel.
I love Bob Pretzel here.
And thank you all, Carney Sideshow, Quest Junkies, Bloody, everyone that's coming through. Thank you so much. And those follows and the subs. Thank you so much. And we will be back on Tuesday in a much colder climb than this, as we head back to Icewind Dale for more of Rime of the Frost Maiden. Then, Thursday, we will be back at Lake Baratok with Curse of Strahd. And then, we shall see what happens down here in Avernus as the pits face off against this Arcanoloth and their two Chain Devil guards. So, be sure to catch us, give us a follow to get that notification of when we go live. Follow the Twitter, it's on the main page there, and you shall find out everything you need to know. And check out any of the backlog of the videos and stuff on YouTube. The channel again on the main thing there, it's all up there for you to see. And as always, an absolute pleasure. And as we like to say around these parts, Oyasuminasai.
Yes, me.
Yes,
Have a good one.
Bye.